Hey Trey, can you tell us about that smirk into the ESPN camera that that was caught on the camera there?
Um, just looking at the replay, and once the call got reversed, I kind of smirked because I didn't really think I was down, and then once I kind of saw my knee hit the ground, I was just like, I just barely touched it, but it was funny.
Next up, we'll hear from Andrea Adelson. Andrea?
Ross took my question, but I'm glad I have a second one. Trey, Coach said that something changed in the Michigan State game for you, just in terms of things coming together. Can you just explain why perhaps the light switch went on for you in that game and how you've been able to put together these last two?
I just wanted to be able to contribute more and just make the most of my opportunities. I felt like before, I just wasn't playing my best. So it just kind of started in practice. I just started practicing. A lot harder than I was. Just trying to just do whatever I can to just help myself improve.
All right. Next up will be Steve Hummer. Steve?
There we go. Hey, in your eyes, how much did it further Justin's standing as a leader on this team when he spoke so forcefully for you all to play a season this year? And then did he take it to a whole other level in a game like the semifinal?
Wait, what did you say? I couldn't really hear you.
Oh, there. I'm sorry, my internet's a little bulky here. Well, we'll just leave it at the how much in your eyes did he grow as a leader when Justin spoke so forcefully to play for a season this year?
He's grown a lot. He took on that role, and he spoke out, and he was trying to do whatever he could just to make sure we had the opportunity to play. And that just shows what type of guy he is. And everybody on this team respects him, and we know he's a great player. And he just kind of took on that role, and he's been doing a great job.
Next up, we'll hear from Kirk Bowles. Kirk?
Yeah, Trey, I'm curious if you would compare your hurdling skills with Najee Harris, and if you were a former track guy, and if you could go in your decision on why you did choose to leave Oklahoma.
I just wanted a better opportunity for myself, and I felt like it was just a good fit for me to come here.
Next up will be Brendan Gullick. Brendan?
Hi, Trey. Congratulations on getting a chance to play for a national championship. This has obviously been an emotional year filled with some really high highs and some low lows. I'm wondering if you can just put in perspective for us how special this opportunity is, how gratifying this is for you, given that you guys were fighting just to make sure you could even play a game this season, let alone have a chance to play for a national championship.
It's very special, and this team, this program, we persevered through so much, and to have the opportunity to play on such a big stage, it means a lot to us. We've been through a lot. We fought to just play, and just to be able to get the job done, to make it to this level. It just means a lot to us, and we know the job isn't finished yet, but we're definitely excited for the opportunity.
Thank you. Next up, we'll hear from Bill Rabinowitz. Bill?
Hi, Trey. Does this feel to you like a dream, or does it feel like this is something that you expected all along, or both?
It's a little bit of both. When I came here, my goal was to do whatever I can to help this team out and play for a national championship. And I mean, it's all happening. It does kind of seem like a dream, but I mean, it's just very exciting. I mean, just to know that we've come this far as a team, and I mean, we've executed, and I mean, we believe in each other, and just having this opportunity it's amazing. I mean, we're all excited.
All right. Next, we'll hear from Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, Trey, just wondering what you remember about the time you played Alabama in the Orange Bowl. Any memories coming out of that game, and anything you can take into this game from that experience?
I still just remember them being a tough physical team, and I know at the time, I mean, they were flying around, which is the same that they do now. I mean, they fly around all over the defense. And another thing that I can take into this game that it goes by quick. I mean, it's great competition, and the games really go by fast. So, I mean, you definitely have to execute, and I mean, you just have to make sure that you don't have any mistakes.
All right. Next, we'll hear from Austin Ward. Austin.
Trey, I wonder if you remember watching Zeke's postseason run now 6 years ago. I know you were just in high school then. If you had any memories of watching him, and if what that's like to see that you're now putting yourself in that same conversation.
Yeah, I definitely remember watching it, and it's just a great feeling. I mean, it's been a lot of great running backs that come through here, and Zeke is definitely one of the best running backs. And I mean, just to be in that conversation, it's an honor. I mean, those guys are great, and I mean, I just feel pretty good about what I've been able to accomplish so far. I mean, with the help of my offensive line, I mean, those guys are great, and they kind of make my job easy, and the tight end as well.
Next, we'll hear from Dan Hope. Dan.
Hey, Trey, just what do you see so far watching Alabama's defense on film?
They're a physical group. I mean, they're big and strong. They fly to the ball. Their linebackers, they can move well. They're pretty dynamic, and I mean, they just fly to the ball, and they make plays.
Next, we'll hear from Patrick Murphy. Patrick.
Trey, you were asked earlier about the motivation to kind of get going, and you said you didn't feel like you were contributing. You started practicing harder. Was there a moment, maybe it was before the Michigan State game, maybe it was in the Michigan State game, where that light came on for you and you knew, okay, now I'm in comfort with the offensive line, and now I've got it rolling?
It actually started happening, I want to say like the week before in practice. I was just feeling good, just practicing. I mean, just hitting the holes and really just getting in sync with the offensive line. And once I got that feeling, I mean, again, I just started to just try to be consistent, continuing practicing hard, running a little extra, just doing all of that. And I felt like it translated over. And I mean, it kind of showed in the Michigan State game.
Next, we'll hear from Brandon Marcello. Brandon.
Hey, Trey, congratulations on reaching the national championship. I wanted to ask you about your relationship with Rashod and how he helped you in the off season, one with your footwork, but also just getting your confidence back to get you to this point. What did you guys work on? And when did that all come together and you realize that he really helped you, and how much credit do you give him?
Me and Rashod, Ford King, we've been working with each other since my freshman year in college. And I mean, I've kind of worked with him every off season. And coming off the injury, we just kind of worked on, my foot placement so that I can get my explosiveness back. And I mean, just working with him, doing the different drills and all that type of stuff. It just made me gain confidence in my knee after having surgery and everything. And I just kind of felt good going into the season. And I mean, he pushes me hard. I mean, he doesn't allow me to make mistakes in drills. If I do, I mean, I got to start it back over. I mean, he coaches me hard every single day when I was training with him the entire time. And I mean, like if I'm a couple minutes late, he makes me run extra. Like like I said, he just coaches me really hard, and I definitely appreciate him.
Great, we have time for just a couple more. Stephen Means, you're up.
Hey Trey, can you just take us back to when you actually got here and just what the last 6 months have been like? You get here thinking you're going to play for a team that's going to compete for a national championship, and then all of a sudden you're not playing, and I don't know what those emotions were like, and then how the season has kind of progressed for you. Like, when did you start to feel comfortable around your teammates? How has this last 6 months maybe gone for you as a transfer who didn't have maybe a normal season?
It was pretty rough in the beginning. I mean, just coming here and not being able to be around everybody, and then everything gets shut down and then picks back up. And it was pretty rough. And I mean, the guys, I mean, they welcomed me in from day one. So over time, I mean, of course, I've gotten more comfortable with those guys. And I mean, now, I mean, they're my brothers. I mean, they care about me a lot. They push me to be better. I mean, every day in practice. And it's a good feeling that, I mean, everything started to progress as the season went on. And I mean, we're all playing well. And I mean, we got to where we wanted to get to. So, I mean, everything turned out pretty good. Now we just got to finish.
Did that maybe getting comfortable as things kind of progress, maybe kind of help you on the field and maybe some of the frustrations you were having there?
Yes, I think so. I mean, just getting closer with the guys. I mean, on the offensive side of the ball, knowing that I can trust them. I mean, they're gonna do their best for me, and I'm gonna do my best for them. I feel like it contributed as well.
Who was like major in that, I guess? Like one of the first people that you reached out to you?
Really, it was just a few people. I mean, it wasn't really just one person at once. I mean, I built a relationship with really all the receivers. I mean, my offensive line as well. So, I mean, just kind of continuing just talking with those guys and, I mean, just hanging out with them. I mean, it just helped our relationship grow. And then, I mean, you can see on the field, I mean, they fight for me and I fight for them as well.
Our final question today comes from Jeff Spiegel.
Hey, Trey. It sounds crazy that Ohio State's got something to prove in this game because you guys have won so many football games over the years, this program has. But considering the fact that, you know, Dabo Swinney ranked you guys 11th, Nick Saban ranked you guys 5th, how big is the chip on this team's shoulder right now?
We have a pretty big chip on our shoulder. I mean, we just feel like we're one of the best teams in the country, and I mean, we just try to go prove that every time we step on the field, and we all believe in each other. So, I mean, yes, we have that chip, and we play with it.
Great, thank you very much, Trey.
Thank you.
Thank everyone for joining us today. This concludes our Ohio State press conferences. We will again